45, 50 minutes. One more time, okay? So today our guest, right? Absolutely no nothing, just one, right? Right? Okay, so first step is going to be introduction, it speaks, right? We have a guest from Exxon, one of the alumni, who's going to speak as well, right? Once they finish, every professor is going to need a text, right? The text is about the history of the author, what does it mean, what the symbol really means to you, right? What is the little standstill ring that you wear in your pinky, it's the whole thing behind means, right? Okay? And once you do this, the blocker is going to come as you stand up, right? And you're going to have it. Then once you come here, it's going to hold the way here. It's going to have the certificate, right? Right? And you will have to sign the certificate. Sounds good? It's going to sign on the right hand side at the bottom here. Okay? Once you got this, shake hands with me. Yes. Smile. Yes, smile, right? Why? Because our activity here is filming you, right? Okay? And you'll be like a good pride, a good example for students, right? Once you got this, he's going to take his certificate now. You can't leave it behind. He's going to take the certificate, right? Then he's going to walk here, right here, shake hands with the leader, smile again. To make sure, right? And you are joking. Other questions? No? That's good?
Maybe I missed it. Mostly taking place not in Ogo.
Yeah, because those have the whole life.
They have the home as well. One is working on the house.
So the only one missing is Jessica.
Jessica and the Cooper.
Well, Kylie, yeah. But
Kylie Cooper.
she said she won't be there. What's the speaker? Yeah. So speaker, not sure bit. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I just got him.
Behalf of the National Board of Governors of the Order of Engineers, a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you to this significant ceremony. I'm delighted to share that our ceremony is being live streamed, providing an opportunity for your loved ones to participate in real time from any location. In this era of connectivity, let us embrace the power of technology to transcend physical boundaries, enabling your dear ones to be part of this celebration, sharing in the joy and success, creating lasting memories. Please take a moment to share this special occasion with those who matter most. As we embark on this significant event, I would like to acknowledge and express gratitude to the individuals who are assisting in making this ceremony possible. Dr. Rafiq Bashnar, Professor and Dean of the College of Engineering and Sciences. Dr. Zeng, Associate Professor of Petroleum Engineering. Dr. Brian Flowers, Assistant Professor of Chemical Engineering. Dr. Andy Salahuddin, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Forrest W. Flocker, Distinguished Associate Adjunct Professor of Mechanical Engineering and Engineering Founder of the College of Engineering. Mr. Taylor Yancey, UTPB alumni and engineer at ExxonMobil. Their dedication and contributions are invaluable, and together we look forward to a memorable and inspiring ceremony. Enjoy this momentous occasion. Before we commence the ceremony, I have the honor to introduce Dr. Rafiq Bashmak, who would like to offer a few words of congratulations to the inductees.
Do you think that we can make this work? All right, this is working now. Well, thank you, Dr. Al-Zahabi. I do appreciate the opportunity to be here with you this afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this year's Order of the Engineer ceremony. As engineers, we often focus on formulas, specifications, and technical details. Engineering, however, is about problem solving. Examples that illustrate engineering contributions to humanity include airplanes that safely cross continents, communication systems that connect billions of people, clean water systems that prevent disease, bridges that make traveling easier, energy grids that support our daily lives, and life-saving technologies such as pacemakers and MRI machines that enhance our quality of life. The order of the engineer is more than a ceremony. By taking the oath, you are joining a tradition that emphasizes integrity, responsibility, and lifelong dedication to serving society. As you prepare to accept your ring today, I encourage you to reflect on what brought you here. Think about the faculty who challenged you, the classmates who collaborated with you, the mentors and family members who supported you, and the countless hours you invested in your education. These experiences have shaped not only your skills, but also your character as professionals. Thank you to the faculty, staff, and families who have supported these students on their journey. Your guidance and encouragement have helped them reach this milestone. To our students, your accomplishments have earned you a place here today, and your future contributions will carry forward the reputation of UTPB and the engineering profession. We look forward to all that you will achieve throughout your career. Congratulations.
Mr. Tyler Yancey from ExxonMobil will now speak about the importance of engineering profession.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? My name is Tyler Yancey, and I'm a petroleum engineer for ExxonMobil. And I want to kick things off by telling you congratulations. Congratulations on a job well done. You've proven to yourself that you can finish a goal, which is an amazing accomplishment. By a quick show of hands, how many people in here like making money? All right, if you don't raise your hand, I'm going to collect your money after the ceremony is over. All right, so why do I ask that question? Money isn't everything in life, I can tell you that. But it's definitely a powerful tool that you will need to survive. And by you finishing your degree in UTPB, it's going to give you a great head start or boost starting your career. So, if money's not everything in life, I'll tell you what is. Delivering value. Delivering value back to your family, and delivering value back to your community. So I'm going to make a prediction about your future here today, because I was sitting right where you were 13 years ago. Now, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but I know what's coming. You're going to have to do it again. And you're going to have to do it again. And you're going to have to do it again when you don't feel like it. You're going to have to do it again when people don't appreciate it. You're going to have to do it again. That's been the secret to my success in my career, is doing it again. About a year ago, I switched companies. And I'm learning that lesson. Doing it again. Doing it again when you don't feel like it. I'm sure maybe you're reflecting back on your college career right now. You have to stay up really, really late to study for that test. As an engineer, that's coming. You're going to have to stay up really, really late if you want to be the best. So how do you get better? I've got a formula for you that I want to share with you. So you're going to be new to the industry. You're feeling really great. You're on top of the world. But now you're going to start your career and you're starting at the bottom. How do you get better? You get better by saying yes. I want you to say yes to everything. Now, there's some risks that come with that. I still live by this formula. I can tell you that it will add some major stress to your life. So I say yes because I would rather risk failing than risk missing the opportunity. So there's a sermon that I watched one time on TV, and they were interviewing what they called a successful man. And they asked this person, how did you become successful? He said, I became successful by making the right decisions. They asked, well, how did you know how to make the right decisions? He said, I knew how to make the right decisions based off of my experience. He said, well, how did you get your experience? He said, by making the wrong decisions. So in life, you're given a right foot and a left foot, not a right foot and a wrong foot. So people that think they got to be right all the time is like having only two right feet. You think you're making progress, but you're only going around in circles. So saying yes will come with risks, and you have to make those risks and stumble forward. You will fail, but you're going to get better. OQP, only quality people. So I started talking about money earlier today. I heard another funny saying by a famous motivational speaker. His name is Les Brown. And he said, if you hang around with 9 broke people, it's only a matter of time till you're number 10. And the reason that is because you start acting like the people you're next to and around. Did you know that you make between $1,000 to $5,000 of the people that you hang around with? You think about that, maybe some of us need to find better friends. The reason I bring this up is because, like I said, you're starting your career, and you need to start your career by finding a mentor. Finding someone that's been there, done that can show you the ropes. You need to learn and continue to read books. There's a lot of information out there in books, which can help you avoid mistakes. So only quality people. Find those mentors. Here's a good way to start. So not everybody in here is a petroleum engineer. I happen to be on the board of a group called a nonprofit organization called SPE, Society of Petroleum Engineers. You do not have to be a petroleum engineer to join. And it's actually free for students. You're about to graduate. I think it may be even free for the first year career. With your company, more than likely will pay for those organizations, those professional organization memberships. And I bring this up because there are working professionals that you will meet in this organization. So they do have lunch and learns where you can go learn about industry topics, what's going on around the industry, what's going on in engineering. This is how you learn and grow. So SPE. So that's part of your homework today. Go join SPE after this meeting, after this ceremony. Learning never stops. So I kind of emphasized already about reading, hanging around better people, finding a mentor. Did you know the richest person in the world? His name is Warren Buffett. How many people have heard of Warren Buffett? Billionaire. He's in his 90s. He's got billions of dollars. I read that he reads about 1,000 pages a day. Why do you think that is? Because he's getting better. He's learning. He's getting new ideas. It's all in books. You got to push yourself to read, learn, read and learn, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. So about 1.5 years ago, I cut out sugar. I started exercising more. Every morning I wake up and I do 20 burpees and 1 minute of mountain climbers. Every morning. I do it again. I do it again. I do it again. Now when I show up to ceremonies like this, everyone keeps telling me, "Oh man, you're looking really skinny. You're looking really skinny." I'm like, "Yeah." So you start to see the results pay off by doing it again, doing it again. So the last thing I'll leave you with is I want you to master the 3 W's. You gotta want it, you gotta work it, and you gotta go win it. So there was how many people know Jason Garrett? He's former Dallas Cowboys, coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And I was at I think it was Red Cross, something like that. He was a guest speaker. He talked about Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He talked about how motivational he was. I was always constantly motivating and pushing his leaders. And this goes along the lines of what I was talking about earlier about making mistakes. They were having dinner, and Jason Garrett saw Jerry talking to somebody, and he had his wine glass in front of him. And he kept poking the straw around his glass. And then he saw him dip the straw in his glass. He said that's how he bought the Dallas Cowboys. So for those that don't know Jerry Jones, he was in the oil and gas business. What he was doing is he was talking about how many dry holes he drilled. He drilled multiple dry holes, and he finally hit. He said, when I hit, that's when I bought the Dallas Cowboys. So when you leave here today, you're at the top, you started your career all over. You drilled lots of dry holes. You gotta keep going. You gotta do it again. Eventually you're gonna hit. When you hit, it's gonna pay off. And you'll be sitting in another ceremony like this. Sometimes it's internal. You'll be celebrating your victory and celebrating your accomplishments. So I want to wish you the best of luck. Good luck to you out there in the real world. If you ever need anything, please stop by. We can share contact information, but I'm here to be one of your mentors, and that's something that I offer back to UTPB. I'm part of the Career Champions Network, and I'm here to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Good job. Now, Dr. Zeng will now present the history. Dr. Brian will present the history of the Order of Engineers.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so scheduling changed because we've reversed the order for this one. So I'm here to talk about the history of the order. This ceremony presents an opportunity for us to take a pledge and to recall that the professional purpose of engineering involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. By following the acceptance of the obligation, the individual engineer reinforces similar efforts of his or her peers, realizing that in unity there is strength. Decades ago, our engineering counterparts in Canada had this same feeling. They believed that a need existed for the introduction of a spirit of brotherhood and cohesiveness among engineers. The Canadians believed that a good way to achieve this purpose would be to instill in engineers a consciousness of belonging to one another, to themselves as individuals, and to those whom they serve. Thus, in Canada in 1926, it was born what is now known as the ritual of the calling of an engineer. The words of the ritual were written by the English author Rudyard Kipling, who had much depth of feeling for engineers as the builders of things intended to benefit mankind. The Canadian ceremony is dignified, impressive, and includes the placing of a wrought iron ring on the small finger of the individual's working hand, and then having them repeat in concert the words of Kipling. It is difficult to visualize any better symbolism than that of a ring, worn for all to see, and saying, in effect, that here is an engineer dedicated to a publicly avowed obligation to the profession and to those it serves. In Ohio, similar ideals to those written by Kipling were well established, and correspondence began in October 1953 between the Canadian wardens responsible for the administration of the calling of an engineer and the officers of the Ohio Society of Professional Engineers, with a view to possibly extending the Canadian ceremony to the United States. Due to copyright and other conflicting factors, extension of the ritual into this country was not possible. In 1966, a group of engineers in Ohio with members of several engineering organizations began to pursue the objective of what came to be called the Order of the Engineer. While the deliberations of this group were in process, seniors of Finn College of Engineering at Cleveland State University, counseled by Dean Burrell Bush, designed and held a ring ceremony and reception on June 4th, 1970. Each participant signed a creed and received a plain stainless steel ring placed on the small finger of his or her working hand. 170 engineering seniors and engineering faculty members took part in this first ceremony. Since then, the movement has spread rapidly throughout the states. Such is the story of an increasing acceptance of the Order of the Engineer as it is known in the United States today. It is patterned on the Canadian concept, but with the stainless steel ring symbolizing strength and unity of the profession and providing an identifying mark of an engineer. I'd now like to ask Dr. Zhang to describe to you the significance of the obligation and the engineer's ring.
Good afternoon. Significance of the order. Candidates for the order, guests and friends. The order of the engineer to which you will soon belong is an independent organization. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride in and dedication to that processing which binds us together. You are asked to accept with pride and pride the meaning of the ceremony to which you are about to subscribe. The obligation should be freely given and the responsibility gladly accepted. The order is symbolized by the acceptance of the obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. The obligation is the formal statement of an engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession. It is a creed similar to the oath attributed to Hippocrates that is commonly taken by medical graduates and which sets forth an ethical code. The obligation likewise contains part of the canon of ethics of major engineering societies, indicates initiates as they voluntarily accepted, pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. The obligation emphasizes the fact that we as engineers have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes that today's engineers are dependent on their predecessors for their skills.
Thank you, Dr. Zeng. And now Dr. Udin will now present the significance of the ring.
Good afternoon. It's good news that you are graduating, but bad news, you not have us to blame. That faculty too hard. That faculty doesn't teach anything like that, right? So when you join the workforce, maybe you are the one who will be blamed. What's your job? To improve the human life. Wherever you join, however you do, whatever company you join, ultimate goal would be to improve the human life by either designing something, processing something, or improving something, right? How do you do all those? We didn't teach you all in the classroom. That's not the real life learning. So you have to open to all the lifelong learning. What I mean by that, when I was a student, I was taught one course, let's say called one subject, one textbook. When I'm teaching one course, I have to read 10 textbooks to read one class. You have to broaden your knowledge, and Verizon has to be avoided. How you do that? You talk to people, you learn from people, you go to conference, you attend presentations, you read books, you read papers, journals, all these different things. Right? So that's the ring that symbolizes your significance of the engineering degree. And the ring of symbol of a pride, prestige, honor, and professionalism among all engineers in the United States. All serves as a reminder to the engineer of our obligation to the society. The symbol of your desire to serve the public is the engineering ring. The ring you wear on your small finger of the working hand will say to all who see it, here is an engineer, possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to the profession and to the public they serve. It is our symbol, wear it all for to see it. It is a badge of recognition, which will become known to all as the sign of a learned professional, placed to the making the best use of the art's precious and limited resources. Thank you all, and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Udin. Dr. Flacker will now administer the acceptance of the obligation.
Will all of the candidates and current members of the Order of the Engineer please stand? Candidates, the Order of the Engineer is an independent movement. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride in and dedication to our profession. Your membership in the Order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of the stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. There are no meetings other than this ceremony, and there are no dues. We will now recite the obligation found on the back of the program in unison. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give my utmost. Now, in the presence of your engineers, you will be called forward to come to the right of the stage and sign your certificate as an indication of your acceptance of the obligation of the Order of the Engineer. And then you will place your working hand through the ceremonial ring and receive your ring as the outward sign of your profession. Dr. Al-Zahabi, will you please present the rings to the candidates at the ceremonial ring as they are called? Isaac Prieto. Alan Martinez. Daniel Diaz. Aaron Alvarez. Jessica Cardenas. Benjamin Douglas Patterson. Orlando Campos. Jason Vitella II. Jamie Knutson. Arturo Gonzalez. Durgateja Pedaputi. Alejandro Chavez IV. Jonathan King. Michelange Prince. Leonardo Ortiz. Cesar Quintero. Alejandra Gutierrez. Jaden Murray Evans. William James Aston. Ariana Berzosa. Rafael Rodriguez. Amanda Thames. Maria Tarago. Ross Edward Freeman. Adrian Hernandez. Andreas Roberto Barber Olero. David Adebenro.
I welcome each of you to the privileges and the obligations of the Order of Engineer. This rank is a reminder of our calling. Your certificate is your creed. It bears your name and signature. It is your pact with your profession. Read it thoughtfully, regard it with humility. Wear your rank proudly and with distinction, for you are an engineer. I ask the audience to join me in congratulating the newest members of the Order of Engineer. This concludes the Order of Engineer rank ceremony. Thank you for your participation. So guys, if you would like to have a photo with everybody, just come to the front.